Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Kayleigh. Welcome if you're new. If you're coming back, hi. I appreciate you. So I am here today recording the new moon videos. Of course, this new moon is actually a solar eclipse, so this video will be a little bit different. I'll be using a different spread. I'll be using what's called the Destiny spread. It's quite fun. It's 15 cards. And before I get into the actual readings, I want to talk just a little bit about this eclipse. Now, I am pretty new to studying astrology, so I will do my best to explain what I do know, and kind of go from there. Okay, so all right. So first of all, one of the first things that will be different about these videos is that I will not be talking about what area of life you should be starting something new, because eclipses, it's not just a regular new and full moon. The energy is extremely hard to predict. Eclipses, lunar and solar, bring fated events into your life that have to happen. Often, okay, I'm not going to say often, but sometimes they're crises that are meant to realign you to where you're supposed to be going. So what actually happens on an eclipse is, so the north and south node are points. They're fictional points. They don't actually exist. They're not planets, but they're points that show you what you need to work to let go of, what talents and stuff you're bringing already to the table, but that aren't really serving you so well, and what you need to strive to go towards. So the thing about eclipses is it really, really emphasizes this. So a lunar eclipse is a full moon, right? So when the sun is on the north node and the moon is on the south node. Well, this particular one anyway. So that's how this one happened, right? This last one that just happened. Sun is in Gemini, moon is in Sagittarius. So we were letting go, south node and Sagittarius, of beliefs, belief structures, long distance travel, feeling like we already know things, and we were learning to grow more into Gemini, which is learning new things, using our hands, being open to new information. So that's kind of the general theme of this particular eclipse cycle. So that was the full moon, right? Now we're at the new moon. Moon has come back around. Moon and sun are joining on the eclipse, on the north node, with Mercury, which is now in retrograde. So Mercury's like backing up the bus to join the sun, the moon, and the north node. Okay, so this new moon solar eclipse, what is happening now is there's a theme that's already come up for you that you are probably already aware of, that relates to the Sagittarius and Gemini themes in your life. And now the eclipse will be bringing in some fated events or messages, Mercury, that are showing you which way you need to go. Does that make sense? 4 for 4. Nice. So how this shows up for each ascendant and moon sign is going to be a little bit different, because each zodiac sign represents a different area of your life, right? So depending on what time you were born, that's going to change things. If you don't know what time you were born, then I suggest listening to your moon sign, and then your sun sign, because the moon sign is more individual. It's more personal than the sun. The sun represents what spirit wants you to become in this life, what you are working to become. But the moon represents your mind and your emotional makeup. And because the moon is the fastest thing that moves in our sky, it's more personal and individual. So if you don't know what time you're born, you don't know what ascendant you are, look for your moon sign and then your sun sign. General themes before I get into each sign and do the tarot readings is basically we're learning to let go of old beliefs, old belief structures, organized religion, how we travel across the globe. That obviously has changed dramatically. And we're faith in the established learning systems like higher education, like university and stuff. What we're going more towards is looking for being involved in our local neighborhood. That's Gemini. Getting more connected with our siblings and our neighbors. Being more open to new ideas and information and searching for the truth. It's less about already knowing, like I already know the truth and you can't tell me any different, and more about, oh, that is a new perspective. I'm interested in learning about that. So yeah, Gemini is also like using your hands and learning to speak. It's initiatory instructions. So it's the initial instructions when you're learning something new. So astrology courses, for example, or learning how to read tarot, or learning a new language, or learning how to cook for the first time. Like at the beginning of lockdown, everybody went on a huge sourdough craze, right? Hello, Virgo. All right, my dears. So this eclipse for you is falling in your 10th house, the house of fame, of kingship, of fame and fortune, but career and vocation. The reason why it rules career for most of us peasants, because most of us will never achieve kingship. But hey, you never know what could happen on a solar eclipse. Weirder things have happened, right? Yeah. So, for you, Virgo, well, okay, first of all, I want to mention a couple of things about the eclipse that I didn't mention in the intro, and that would be that, number one, it is being squared by Neptune, which means there's the heightened chance and, wow, okay, there is just heightened propaganda and lies and illusions and deceptions and spells taking place, but not just from the mainstream media, from all sorts of media. So it's really important to really analyze any information that comes to you, but especially before you post it. But Virgo, I know how thorough you are. I trust that you already do that, but hey, I gotta say it anyway. The other thing that is happening is this eclipse is being trined by Saturn. Yay, thank you, Saturn. This is a helpful aspect, and will help us be structured and diligent about checking any information that comes. Now, I keep saying information specifically because this is happening in Gemini, which is all about communication and listening and learning and talking and communication. Now, for you, being that this is in your 10th house, there is that dynamic, like I mentioned already, of letting go of something from the South Node and going towards the North Node. So right now for you, South Node is in your 4th house, using whole sign houses. North Node is in your 10th house, which means you've already seen this theme come up, most likely anyway. And whatever you're letting go is probably something to do with your home or your childhood wounds or deep emotions, something like that. And it could very well be actually that this eclipse brings some kind of crisis in your career. Hey, you showed up to your reading. This is the Hermit. That's always a good sign. So, could be that something to do with how you're perceived by the public, how you present yourself to the public, your career, vocation. Career and vocation are different, by the way. Changes. There could be some kind of crisis that occurs. Something ends, but this will allow you, if it does happen, this will allow you to move forward and step into something new. Something new that is more aligned for you, that is more truly you. So, let's see what comes up for you, Virgo. So this spread, it's 15 cards. It's called the Destiny spread. And yeah, I'll pull the first 3. Look at the bottom of the deck. All right, that's the first one. Pull the first 3, look at the bottom of the deck, and we'll go from there, okay? Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay. Wow. So, bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Pentacles reversed. This is all about planting seeds, putting in the work, starting things, moving things forward that are not going to pay off right now, but may pay off in the long run. And it could very well be that you're trying to rush this, or it's not working out at all, and like you have to abandon ship. So that's interesting because eclipse in the 10th house, this could very well be something to do with your career, is like not only not taking off, but or not panning out, but it's ending completely. Yeah, 5-5, change. Main theme of this reading, we have the 7 of Cups, the 9 of Swords, and the Blasted Tower. 7 of Cups, this is 7-7, interesting. This is illusionary success. So it's Venus in Scorpio. This is all about issues with intimacy. Either you have too many options, don't know which one to pick, or you're trying to fill an empty void, and that could be why you are looking at so many different options. But in general, it's like there's some kind of, actually both of these cards have to do with success, but there's some kind of thing that you're looking to achieve that's just not panning out, and you feel very empty because of it. On top of that, they have the 9 of Swords and the Blasted Tower, so this is causing you a significant amount of anxiety, racing thoughts. You could even have insomnia right now. But it's like your mind is moving, and you're not allowing it to sit still, or it just can't sit still. And then the Blasted Tower. Mars. Oh, Mars. So this is shifting belief structures. It could be something drastic that happens. It might not be. It doesn't have to be something major, but something is coming in. Whether it's somebody that is already causing you a lot of anxiety. It could be an ego clash at work. It could be a lot of different things. But the more off purpose you are, the larger and more significant the Blasted Tower event's going to be. All right, so there's 4 additional piles with this one that come out. First path, second path, psychological, emotional factors, or psychological and environmental factors rather, and then karma and destiny. That was interesting. Well, we know that part of your destiny is temperance. It must have flipped while I was shuffling. That's funny. All right. Just straighten these up. All right, Virgo. First path. Ace of Wands reversed. The Empress. And the Last Judgment. That's crazy. Leo had this in the same position. So the Ace of Wands reversed. Okay, so first option. What's behind door number 1? A significant lack of passion. It's like the fire's drowning out. Or maybe you thought something was there. Oh, there was a spark after all. But it's gone. It's finito. It's finished. It's not happening. It's not there. However, you have the Empress and the Last Judgment. That's amazing. So the Empress is here. Hell yeah. This is that divine feminine energy of understanding your worth and your value and knowing what your time is worth, knowing what your expertise is worth, and asking and believing that you actually do deserve that much for that work, time, effort, etc. It is allowing things to come to you rather than pushing forward for them, right? It's the feminine principle rather than the masculine principle. It's the pull rather than the push. Paired with the Last Judgment, whatever is happening behind door number 1 is meant to happen, and you are experiencing an awakening. There's a call being put out, the trumpet blast. Something has to end so new cycles can begin. And, you know, this is, well, in this particular deck, they have Uranus there, but I think it could be Uranus, it could be Pluto, I don't really know. Regardless of what planet rules this particular card, it is about, are you going to answer the call? Are you going to rise to your new heights, to your new purpose? Even though it might feel like maybe you have to deny somebody or something that maybe you really want. Ooh, I got chills. They're multiplying. And I'm losing control. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, you can't see it on the camera. That's even better. Okay. So, what's behind door number 2? Second path, which sometimes is not a second path, but rather an elaboration on the first path. We have the Ace of Cups, the Six of Cups, and the King of Swords all upright. Wow. So it's like you're saying no to some fire and yes to some water. All right. So it seems to me that, yes, you've been in this place of maybe indecision or getting caught in delusional spells, maybe. Good old Neptune. But something is coming in to kick you in the ass and force you to wake up. Because we have the Ace of Wands, yes, reversed. However, Ace of Cups right here. So it's like you have picked one and working to fill it. This could be either a new offer of love, not really a love reading, but entirely possible considering the Six of Cups is upright and right next to it. This is often signals someone that you feel like you've met before. And I mean, workplace romance, entirely possible. With a King of Swords character, entirely possible. I don't know, it could happen. it could anything is possible. So this is often signals someone that you feel like you've met before. Not necessarily, but possibly. There's a deep, intimate connection. Maybe a little bit of nostalgia is there too. The Ace of Cups is definitely like you are not only feeling as though your cup is full, but it's like an offer from the universe. Like once you really do fill your own cup and you're not acting from this place of desperation and feeling like you're just trying to fill an empty void, then an equal offer can come back. And that's what Six of Cups is equal offers. And then the King of Swords, this is somebody that is highly intelligent, witty, has a little bit of a unique flair to them because it is Aquarius and Capricorn. So they're intelligent, they're innovative, could be you, could be an aspect of yourself, could be somebody that you're meeting on this path. Now my question is this a different path or is it the same path? Hard to say. I feel like it's an elaboration on the first. See, we have this divine feminine energy here, the Empress. It's really understanding your value, your worth, and waiting for an offer to come to you. And this could even be like Ace of Wands reverse, could even be like stopping yourself from pursuing everything and anything and just waiting, making a really good judgment call. Making a really good judgment call. And then the Six of Cups is able to come to you, denying yourself something that's quick and hot and passionate, but might not be fulfilling, will allow the Ace of Cups to come in, which will be more quenching for you. I mean, if you think about it on just a purely elemental basis, Virgo's Earth, right? Earth puts out fire. But earth and water do mix. They make mud or cement or whatever. You can build with that. Yeah, I love it. Anyway, then I got the King of Swords. So it's like when this blasted tower comes in and this ending occurs, maybe, hopefully you're able to get out of your head a little bit and stop being quite so anxious about something. Also, something that this blasted tower, it's Mars, so it's also ejaculation. Just putting that out there. Don't get pregnant, Virgo. But I mean, if you do get pregnant, you're gonna have a beautiful Pisces baby, so there's that. Anyway, environment, psychological factors. Oh, the Six of Swords reversed, the Five of Wands, and the Sun in reverse. So 2 6s, 2 7s. Fascinating. So the Six of Swords, this is science, but it's reversed. So right now, mentally, psychologically, we are in a Mercury retrograde. That's kind of funny, actually. So it feels like right now you are struggling to be methodical, struggling to get your ideas across. Like whatever it is you're trying to do, cultivate, whatever, it's just not coming out right. Maybe people are taking your words the wrong way. Yeah, people are probably taking your words the wrong way because we have the Five of Wands right here, which is usually an ego clash. It's not as severe as the Five of Swords, which I'm really hoping doesn't show up in that pile, but hey, who knows? But you know, you know. So there could be some imbalance, around you right now, presently. And like I said, your words aren't coming out right, or you know something to be true and you just can't quite prove it right now, which probably is a Virgo, drives you crazy. A Virgo brings the receipts, right? And then we have the Sun reversed. So it's like you feel stunted, like it's a cloudy day and you don't feel free. You don't feel like you can totally be yourself or really shine. Eclipse in the 10th house. It could very well feel like whatever it is that you're working, whatever it is that you're doing for a living, it's not really allowing you to be fully who you are. I just got major chills. Wow. Woo. It's not allowing you to be fully who you are. You're not able to be as methodical and as meticulous as you'd like to be. And there's fighting around you. There's ego clashes. There's ego battles. And I just get the sense like, I don't want fucking none of that. It's causing significant anxiety. It's leaving you feeling drained and empty. And the Tower is coming in to clear the way so that you can move on to something better that'll actually be fulfilling for you. So that's pretty cool. Karma, destiny. Two of Wands reversed. Temperance reversed. Three of Wands upright. Interesting. So there's some kind of friction that you're leaving behind, that you're moving on from. Three of Wands upright being, that's actually pretty cool. Okay, so it's like there's something that you're leaving behind that was like too much friction, right? And like, fine, let him have it. Let him take it. I don't even care. Because you get the result of that, which is the Three of Wands. So it's like, fine, you can have it, take it, do whatever. I've got something better. I have the result of that. I have like a reignition of whatever fire feels like was put out, right? Temperance being reversed. That's a little bit puzzling to me. But let me speak on that. So typically this is alchemy. This is turning lead into gold. You could be very well just, like I was kind of hinting at, abandoning something that maybe could be worked into gold, but if it is not worth it, if it's too much pain, too much anxiety, too much friction, and you have a better, higher calling elsewhere, then why not abandon it? Why not you know, sometimes we can try to fix things and put a lot of effort and time and money into fixing something that just keeps breaking and breaking and breaking. And there does come a time where you need to like cut it off and be like, okay, nope, that's done. We're done. We're moving on. And that's kind of what I'm picking up here, Virgo. So that's not at all a bad thing, especially if it involves like some real fulfillment, and following your true calling. And if it involves stepping into this divine feminine, positive feminine, not toxic feminine energy of what is meant for me will come. I don't have to chase it. I like it. I like it. Yeah, because this is like giving up on the constant headbutting and fighting. Absolutely. And knowing that you're walking away with the result of that, which is even better. That'd be funny if it was a pregnancy. I don't see anything else here showing pregnancy. It's just that it's Mars, so what can I say? Okay, Virgo, that's awesome. I hope that whatever this eclipse season brings you, that it is ultimately fulfilling and ultimately rewarding for you. And I hope that you are able to answer the call, respond to the trumpet blast. And if you'd like a personal reading, you can email me or click the link down below for my Etsy store. Peace.